He felt it was big and clumsy and would give him trouble someday, and sure enough it did. He was able to discover America with these 3 ships, but the Santa Maria struck a reef, and after it struck a reef, it sank. And they were able to salvage a lot of it and turn it into a fort, but the ship never made it back to Spain. So Columbus's little forewarning about the ship being a bad omen turned out to be true. He liked the Nina so much that he bought the Nina from the government of Spain and made several other voyages to America on that ship. I think he made 7 voyages to America all told. And even on his deathbed, he thought that he had found China. And they kept trying to tell him, no, you found something better. And he said, no, you guys just have to go up the right river, get into the right bay, and you'll find China. And he said, no, it's not going to work. Now, the ivory I use, especially for some of you who have joined onto my tour here a little later, the ivory I use is what the government's classified as pre-ban or antique ivory. And the ivory that I work with is strictly elephant ivory. This is a small elephant tusk here. We have the other ivories because they're very interesting, so we have those to show you here. But on an elephant tusk, a little bit about what they're like, they actually start off being potato chip thin on the end. They get thicker and thicker. They usually get solid at the halfway point, and then they're solid ivory from there all the way out to the tip. The tusk that you're looking at here is only 9 pounds, and I'm not exaggerating, by elephant standards, this is quite small. Most tusks that I buy are as tall as myself, 6 inches in diameter, and they'll weigh about 60 pounds. The outside is called bark. If you nick that or cut that, you're right into the bright white ivory that you see on the carvings. The carvings don't need to be bleached or treated. It's just a matter of cutting through that outer surface, and then you're into that bright white ivory. Now, the way it's legal for me to continue to work in ivory is that we simply do not import ivory. It is illegal to import ivory, most of us know that, but you're allowed to work with the ivory that was brought to America years ago by collectors. The same law that says you're not allowed to import ivory says that you cannot export the ivory that's here. So when somebody passes on that has an elephant tusk, it has to be sold to another American or donated to a museum. And we work with other museums and I've purchased tusks from other museums and from individuals. And in recent years, we've even had quite a few donated to us such that I no longer need to purchase tusk for my carving project.